It was a revelation that shocked the world. If by the world you mean no one in particular. Former Democratic presidential candidate John Edwards now admits he's the father of Rielle Hunter's daughter, Frances Quinn. The silky-haired senator denied he was the baby daddy for 2 years, but Thursday morning he released a statement saying, "I'm Quinn's father. I will do everything in my power to provide her with the love and support she deserves." Doesn't sound at all like him, does he?
No.
I've been able to spend time with her during the past year and trust that future efforts to show her the love and affection she deserves can be done privately and in peace. Edwards' statement comes a week before ABC News airs an interview with his former aide, Andrew Young, who claims Edwards asked him to arrange a fake paternity test. Scope it out, scope it outers.
He also asked me and Fred Barron to arrange for a fake paternity test. And a fake paternity test. Fake paternity, get a doctor to fake the DNA results. And he asked me and Sherry to steal a diaper from the baby so that he could secretly do a DNA test to find out if it was indeed his child.
Stealing a diaper from a baby, that's worse than stealing candy. Because you can have the candy, but you can't walk around without a diaper.
Well, the fact that he wasn't even sure, that he had to find out and make sure it was his after being like, no, the timing's off, timing's off. The whole thing just gives me the creep.
I love it. All right. So where is Edwards now? In Haiti, naturally working with a team of U.S. doctors and a Catholic relief group. And no, this is not a PR stunt. So shame on those of you who were thinking that. And I include you, kitten, who loves its food. That's nice hair, I have to say. Gov, you think the upcoming interview with Andrew Young had anything to do with his confession suddenly?
Well, I'm sure it did, and I just want you to know that I've stolen diapers from Bill before, and I have found out that I am not his father, and I'm very happy to announce that here on television.
You did find out he had a poor diet.
I kind of, you told me that was the bad news, Governor.
Yeah,
you were very excited about possibly, but the good news is he has a wonderful compost heap in his office.
Terrible.
Yeah.
We've already gone into a really,
very environmental.
We've already moved into a very dark area here, Kelly. Let's move out of this. Kelly, who should be most thankful right now?
The Democrats.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, look, if any of this had come to light after he was a vice president or already in the White House, it would only be another thing they'd have to deal with. So I think, there's a lot of people saying like, oh my God, was this planned or what would have happened and yada yada. But I just think, look, the National Enquirer has got a lot of credibility right now. Really, they do. And,
the Democrats should take the staff of the National Enquirer out to lunch at like Applebee's or where? The Olive Garden?
Why do both? I mean, yeah, come on. One lunch at Olive Garden, split it up. Applebee's.
Absolutely.
The guy's rich.
Jesse, isn't it, I don't know, is it a coincidence that Edwards landed in Haiti and there was a camera crew there to follow him around? Was that just by chance? It's not a PR move or anything.
It's no more of a coincidence than the fact that I was in the green room and I left my diaper sitting down for half a second, and then the governor walked in, and then suddenly it was gone. And now I know what happened to that. So,
and we're going to find out who your father is, too, when we check that diaper out.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Governor. Look, I just think that the thing is that this is going to play out really nicely in baby Quinn's teenage years in her self-esteem,
True.
The fact that she could Google her name and find that I screwed up big time, and when she calls her a terrible mistake. I think we should just get it over with and have somebody write a book that says your dad doesn't love you because you're probably going to end up fat.
Yeah, it's true. It's like the kids in class are going to call her terrible mistake. Hey, terrible. Hey, TM. How are you? What's going on, TM? Bill, you never believed that Edwards was the father. How crushed are you that your hero was lying to you all this time?
Truly, though, I don't really understand the process that is involved as far as making a child is concerned, so I wasn't really sure what your terminology was. I was thinking, though, when I was watching the video of that guy, like, people always say, oh, you don't want to reveal too much when you're selling a book. And we kind of know the end of this movie. But I want to know the specifics. Like, how does one bring up the whole, like, faking a paternity test?
But that's the thing, too. This story is not going anywhere. This book isn't even out. Everyone's going to be going through it, looking for all the dirty details.
Game Changer brought a lot of this stuff up. But I want to know that, like, does he take him out to a restaurant and be like, so you see, watching the Jets, they look good. Yeah, Paris Hilton, she's crazy. So I want you to fake a paternity test. Like, how does that happen? That's amazing.
Governor, I got to tell you, isn't it refreshing that America finds this stuff gross? Like, if we didn't care about this, I would be worried. But we look at this guy and we go, nah,
Well, I think we're all glad, as Kelly mentioned, that he didn't go further than he did. Everybody has flaws in his or her life. The problem with Edwards was that he set himself up by just blatantly looking right into the eyes of the American people and lying about it. Lying to his wife, lying to the people, lying to his staff. He betrayed a whole lot of people, and that's what makes this worse. The fact that people do bad things, we get that. We all do.
Well, look at the Obama in the White House right now, the Peter Orszag, you know, that whole thing. But who really cares? Everyone's sort of like, all right, it's his own thing. And I think that people would have reacted with less outrage if Edwards hadn't just been so adamant about the whole thing.
The also thing about Orszag is no one can believe he's getting women that hot. Because he's got that crazy toupee. I think it's a toupee. I don't know. I might be saying something. But you know the other thing about Edwards that's a little troubling is that I think he felt entitled to do these things because he cared.
He said as much.
Yeah. I care about the poor, so I can go out and cheat.
Well,
I don't know if he said that, but I feel that way.
He was like talking more about ego, like, oh, I thought I was invincible. Look how far I went. And I don't know. I don't know if you ever.
It's morality offsets.
It's
like carbon offsets, but it's morality offsets.
Exactly.
You know, if you're doing this for the poor, you can have sex with a videographer.
That's exactly.
No matter how spiky-haired she is.
I think it's incredible that he's in Haiti right now, trying to act as if he's down there doing relief work, that everybody says, oh, well, you know, it's okay that all the things you did to your wife and to your family and to this child, but because you're handing out some water bottles.
Yeah, and chances are he won't get recognized down there.
You know what I thought was awful, though? Every time they'd ask him a question, he'd just hold that baby in front of the camera instead of answering the question. Just look at that little baby.
Last question, Jesse. Do you think the National Enquirer should win the Pulitzer Prize for this story?
You know what? It's good for them that they get a story right occasionally, but to me, they're the boy who cried Bigfoot, you know? Like, nobody... The thing is that if you go to the grocery store, and for the last 20 years, the lady who rings up your groceries is always telling you, hey, did you hear Dustin Hoffman is pregnant with an alien baby? Like, chances are, down the road, you're going to be a little suspect when she says she has the scoop on Iranian nuclear disarmament talks.
Well, you know what the thing is? She wasn't correct. It was actually Al Pacino who was pregnant with the alien baby.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, it was off a little bit. All right, from